All right, perfect. So, welcome to a casual right now Monday update. As you can see, I brought Penelope onto the stream because we have an exciting announcement that we'll make in about 5 to 10 minutes once we've let some of you come join us in the stream. But Penelope, we were literally just chatting. We were like literally just talking about how how this community has kind of grown over this past year, because I was like, all right, I'm starting to seek investors for this next round for the future of the channel and the future of the community that I want to build. But it was kind of interesting because you mentioned having a good understanding of what people want or what the writers want that come to this community. And it's such a learning process that I think this is part of being, I think it's part of just having an online presence of any sort. What I realized when I first started this, what today is officially day 260 of live streaming, which actually means that there's just over 100 days left of my year goal.
Oh my God.
I'm literally 66. I'm about 64% of the way to my goal.
Oh my
which
God.
is wonderful. But something that I realized, so coming into this at the beginning of this year, I started it solely for me to keep myself accountable for live streaming. And then I realized through this process that other writers actually wanted to do similar things. Then I realized I could actually infuse my knowledge and build a community around it. And when I first started, I didn't actually know what type of writers I was catering towards beyond just writers. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do something for all writers. And as I've seen more and more of you, as more of the writers have hopped into the community over the past 6 months, I think I made the realization about 3 months ago. I think about 3 months ago, sometime mid-summer, when I realized that the majority of writers who are coming here tend to be unpublished authors. And a lot of writers seeming to work on who are focused on working on working on writing their first book or their first series of books, with some exceptions, obviously, but I think that has seemed to be the norm. So then it makes me ask myself, like, okay, well, how do I niche down to the specific type of writer while being able to figure out what's the type of value I can provide them? And that's all part of this like content creation journey.
Yeah. Well, I've watched you over several months experiment with different facets of what you could be doing as a content creator.
You've been here since some of like the early. You've been here pretty early on. Was it April?
Yeah, because I really that's when I started writing the Love Spell Murders. Yeah. So, and I sent you, and I sent you the prologue to that for your Saturday critique show.
That prologue was so incredible. That was such an incredibly well-written piece.
I'm surprised you still remember it, like however many months later. I'm pleased. But yeah, I mean, finding this place, because I'm an unpublished author myself. I haven't, I mean, you know that you're editing the first book that I'll be publishing in October-ish. So that's awesome. Thank you. And I'm so happy to have found this place because I found it. Oh, I know, right? Oh my God, it's going to be epic. Well,
you know, Penelope, saying that, it actually made me think of something. I realized that one of my goals is to change the narrative in the writing industry around how writers perceive unpublished authors to be like no credibility and no experience. Because I've been writing my entire life for 25 years, but because I don't have a published book, a lot of people have that assumption of like, okay, well, he's not very credible because he doesn't have a published book. Now, what I'm doing differently is I've been live streaming consistently. Consistency is a key, but I think about for all the writers out there who are like, obviously you don't have time to live stream every day. And I don't think that I believe that not having a published book shouldn't minimize your credibility and capability as a writer.
I think that you're right about that, definitely. And I think that people believe that publishing is the goal of writing. And I think that most of the writers, and having experienced different writers' voices in your community, they've been writing since they were kids. They've been writing since they were teenagers.
And we have a lot of really great writers in the community.
Yeah. Oh, I'm always just.
We have a lot of really great writers. I like literally counted with the critique show. I've just almost crossed about 170 story submissions. in the 28 episodes of the Critique Show.
Oh my gosh. 170
Oh,
grandpa voice sessions.
And by the way, let me welcome everyone. Hey, what's up, Courtney? I'm gonna be a listener today doing DoorDash. I probably won't type a lot, so I don't text. Can't not be here for support. Aw. Courtney, you're the bomb.com. And by the way, I know Courtney was on our live coaching session last weekend, and it sounds like you were getting some feedback on your story over on Wattpad, Courtney. So I hope it's the feedback has been continuing to help you. And I know Courtney's getting close to finishing the rough draft. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And ML, welcome, my friend. And Miss Tiara, glad to have you in this stream. And of course, who cares what Eli thinks? Yeah, I was trying to figure out when I first started watching also. Yeah, and I think Eli's speaking to like, okay, what is the goal of this community? And I think with any online platform or any like type of online community, I think it's a learning experience over time based on the who shows up and then the type of engagement, the types of comments people leave, the types of like likes. If I get, let's say I do a live stream, right, on a Saturday, and I have 200 people view it, and the average watch time is people spend about 32 minutes to an hour watching it, as compared to doing a 20-minute, or I get like 20 views on something and people spend 5 minutes on average watching it. That tells me a difference in terms of if people are getting value out of it.
Right.
It's really interesting. So it's a way that I'm able to kind of measure what value writers seek, and then trying to understand what's the specific value. So it's definitely a learning journey. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Yeah. I've gotten so inspired by everybody in the community just through this process.
And I think that you have this really great capability of listening to people and you do. Oh my God. Yes. Like you can listen to, I know that you've talked to so many different writers and about different facets of the writing journey or the business side or whatever, but like you listen so well to people. And I think that you could be just putting out content and not really listening to the comments or the suggestions or things like that. But you want to create, and I think this might be the entertainer in you a little bit, but you want to create an experience for your audience.
I do. That is the entertainer in me. One of a content creator calls this type of content. I thought originally that this would just be education type content, because it's like, all right, you come here, you learn how to be a better writer. But then there's the entertainment side of it, because if people wanted to just learn a thing, they would go to school, they would pay for a course, they want to be involved in a community. And I think part of that, there's an entertainment aspect, and this niche, what I like to call, falls into the edutainment category. Edutainment, because you're getting the educational, you're learning things about writing, whether it's mindset, process, or whatever, but then you're also getting the entertainment aspect from talking with other writers, learning different things, and an entertaining aspect to it.
Absolutely. And you need that for engagement. You do.
Yeah, we really do. And I think that the cool thing with this community is a lot of the writers who show up consistently on, at least whether it's daily or at least a couple of days a week, the type of support and the type of comments that I see from Penelope, not just yourself, but from the writers in the community, is so incredible. And I continue to just be in such a state of gratitude and a state of, it's almost like surreal sometimes.
Oh, you're such a swell dude. Like you are, I think that you have this, just your personality, I think attracts people, because you've got this really, and then you're so.
Thank you. It came from a combination of a lifetime of theater experience and 10 years of customer service.
I was going to say it's the coffee, isn't it? It's the customer service.
Well, now, I mean, these days it's the energy drinks, but when I was working in the coffee shops, people are like, you're caffeinated. And then on days where I was like not feeling too well and my energy is low, they're like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm just not feeling well right now.
I'm not feeling
It's interesting because I have high energy authentically. I have authentically high energy. It's not where I'm like all the time, but
Right.
it's because I get energy from people and the things that I love doing. So sometimes there's a good 25% of people out there who think it's fake because they're like, how can you be up here all the time? And I would get that sometimes. I'm like, all right, well, those are my what's the word? My naysayers. I was like, you can't please everyone.
I've never caught a hint of inauthenticity. If you're like legitimately,
I think live streaming is also easier to prove. Live streaming is also easier to prove because if I make a mistake, everyone knows I've made a mistake.
No, I think you just have the kind of personality that just generally attracts people anyway, and then you genuinely care about what you're presenting to the people who show up. So like, I mean, like I am just I feel like so lucky having found your community as a writer, you know, because I mean, I went from being an unpublished writer, not having any clue as to what I was doing back in April versus in October, I'm publishing my first book. So like, yeah, it's working for me anyway. It's working, you know, so.
And I'm so proud of you, Penelope. And I think it's also even more exciting that we get to make this first announcement.
Are we ready?
Right before our announcement, let me just hop back in the comments. Courtney, 81% done, hit 64K words yesterday. Congratulations. Amazing. Definitely deserves. Round of applause. Really. I think any type of progress is amazing, and being able to track it over time. We all have different goals, so we should never compare ourselves to others. But I think our individual progress is absolutely incredible. So that's really cool to hear, Courtney. You'll be at 100% before you know it, and then you'll feel so rewarded. And then you're like, all right, time for the second draft. ML, 39 more subs to go. Yes, I was like, where am I at? Yes, we're getting close. Actually, we're getting.
Oh, from 500. 39 from 500.
Yeah, let's see where we're at. I haven't even checked today. Like I knew I was getting closer. Let's see.
I saw that you'd hit like.
So we got 461. Wonderful. And by the way, so anybody who doesn't know, I've made this promise to the community. When we hit 500 subscribers with the Right Now channel, I will launch the Right Now first official Discord for the Right Now community. So it will be a way for all of us writers to be able to connect outside of the live streams. And I will also plan on incorporating a way for us to be able to share work. And with a number of other things. Hitting 500 subscribers also unlocks for the channel 3 things specific to YouTube. It unlocks it's called super chats, which is essentially in-app tipping. Makes it easier for me to try to generate tipping in the platform itself as compared to the outside platforms like Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee. It allows me to open up a shop so I can sell merchandise. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with the merchandise thing yet. I'm still strategizing and seeing what's possible. I know I want to do merchandise for probably Last Scarecrow. I was very, very influenced through one of our previous guests, Carissa Grant over at Worthy Chaos Comics, who is the merchandise queen. She gave me some really great ideas. And then the third thing it opens up is memberships. So the membership, it's basically a paid membership where you can basically do whatever you want, but it offers a first tier of paid memberships. So still figuring out what to do specifically and then seeing how other writing brands and channels kind of tackle those things. But the Discord will be absolutely free. So no paid Discord. That'll be free.
I'm excited about the Discord.
Awesome. And let's see. Eli got through a chapter of the book I'm taking notes on for research. 1 small goal down for the week. Excellent. Nice Space Needle shirt. Yes. My sister got it, so it's always precious to me. It's the sloth. And he got that baby face. Let me tell you want to see a real baby face? If I shave the beard, you'll get a real baby face. Let me tell you.
Shave the beard.
If I shave the beard and cover the hair, you'll see a real baby face. Let's see, John. I think you were at 180 when I met you. You 3 times it with 2 Ys. Although welcome, my friend. Please do not buy Jared a Starbucks coffee due to historical reasons. Starbucks meets the bare minimum expectations for coffee, and it provides a consistent experience. I think Starbucks is less a coffee company and more a real estate company, like the other big brands like McDonald's and all the other things. So I think has done all those things well, which is why it's a global brand. I'll still drink Starbucks on occasion. I tend to be stuck on energy drinks right now. Probably need less energy drinks. Tiara, appreciate the WriteNow community. I love all the writer tubers, but they don't stream as consistently. So I like having a little space to write and talk about writing. I completely agree. On the author tube panels, so what we see consistently on YouTube, because I did tremendous amount of research. So we see the top end author tubers, like Brandon Sanderson is one. There's a variety of other ones. There's the one girl who always does there's a number of author tubers within the, I'm going to say, the 10,000 to 100K subscriber range. They generally, sometimes they do live streams, but they're inconsistent. Their live streams tend to be Write With Me's, and then they also upload videos on how to improve the writing process. I wanted to do something where I could have something happening every single day. And I'm just lucky that I'm in a place where I can make it sustainable. So, yeah. Welcome, LeMay. Glad to have you here in the stream. Perfect. And I think this is a good time, Penelope. So for those of you joining in today, Mondays is always updates and announcements for the WriteNow community. Today, I have 3. Oh, yeah, actually, I have 3 announcements. As such, we're keeping this stream a little on the shorter side. It's going to be about 50 minutes because I'm joining Holly Davis on her live stream, on her Monday Motivation live stream in 40 minutes. So without further ado, let's get into our first major announcement. Let me pull up. Let's see. I was like, for some reason, Courtney's words always remind my head when I'm on the live stream. I need to pull up something. I should have prepared for this. Okay, right, so I need to see. You know what? One of these years. Hopefully by the year I get the hang of it. Let's see. I was like, I wanted to have the cool ad pulled up. What do you think? I think the video.
The video doesn't have the. Yeah, do the video. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Does that? It's okay. I'll do the first half of the video and then switch over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do that. There you go.
All right. So without further ado, I gotta switch my screen and then make it full screen. All right. Uno momento. All right. And major announcement number 1. I got to make sure I got the audio turned on.
Anticipation.
All right. And we are all ready. So we are proud to announce all right, beautiful. So I will drop this one and we'll pull up the actual correct one. But we're proud to announce the first official contest put on by the WriteNow community, put on together by both Penelope and myself. It will be hosted by fan favorite and the creepy Jezebel. Penelope, I'll let you take it away. You can share more details about it.
Okay. Well, what we're doing is we're having a flash fiction competition. We are going to be asking for submissions for a flash fiction story, which, if you don't know what a flash fiction is, it's about 750 to 1,500 words. So it's very short. These submissions will be due by October 13th. And at that point, we will go through a selection process and decide on the top. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we doing 12? It's 12.
Yeah, I think we agreed on 12.
We are going to have 12 finalists.
I think 12 is fine with that. We could change that, but I think 12 tentatively.
I think 12 is a good starting spot, depending on how many. how much time we have, because what we're doing is it's called the Freaky Friday Flash Fiction Competition. So it's happening the weekend before Halloween. And what we'll be doing is, once we decide on those 12 finalists, we will be live streaming the competition. So we will have authors come on the live stream, read the stories, and you guys get to vote on who wins. So there's a chance for everybody to win one of 4 $20 Barnes & Noble gift cards. We figured you could buy a book with that. And it will be hosted by Jezebel of Jezebel's Theater of Macabre Delights. She exists somewhere in the ether between this world and the next, and she hosts a theater of dark paranormal fantasies and romances. She's my character. I adore her. She's unhinged and probably
I adore her as well. She's very creepy.
She's great. She's a little bit.
I'm like in awe of her as much as she scares me a little bit.
I feel that way a bit about her too. She actually came out of the first one of the first books that I wrote, and she left town because she knew there was something cray going down. Ended up hosting this gig in the afterworld, but she's probably the love child of the Crypt Keeper and the Elvira. I don't want to think too much about how that happened, but anyway, she will be hosting the live stream competition that is happening the Friday and Saturday of the week before Halloween. So we are, and of course,
Freaky Friday and Spooky Saturday.
Yep, and Spooky Saturday. That's right. We managed to get that in. So it's super easy to submit. Jared has put together an amazing form. You can follow the link to that when we start officially announce. We're doing a quick announcement now, just to let you guys know.
So I think what's going to work is we're finishing putting the form together right now. We need to take it through some final edits to make sure everything is clear. We're going to officially open up the submission process next Monday. So we wanted to, I thought it would be good for us to make the official announcement today. So that way, for any of you who want to start thinking about what story, what flash fiction, and flash fiction is generally considered under 1,000 words. We're making the contest guidelines between 750 words to 1,500. So that'll be the guidelines, 750 to 1,500 words, around that 1,000K word mark. The submissions will officially open up next Monday. You'll probably start seeing more ads running for it in the coming weeks. And then you'll have 3 weeks to submit it by October 13th. In terms of the specific story, it can be any type of flash fiction as long as it has an element of, and I added a 4th genre because I think it makes sense. So thriller, horror, supernatural, and mystery. I think mystery was
touch a little something that's going to keep Jezebel's attention, because if you don't keep her attention, and she's a little bit, we've said she's a little deranged, she's a little spooky, she's a little scary. You want to keep Jezebel's attention. She will read anything as long as it's got a little bit of that spooky vibe going on. So
yes, and Jezebel will be the official host of this competition. So you might be seeing a little more of Jezebel, especially during the competition. Hopefully more to come. We'll be chatting. We'll start advertising the specifics of the Freaky Friday and Spooky Saturday live streams when we hit October. But for now, we're starting to chat about opening up submissions. So for those of you who want to participate, start thinking of those stories. What story do you think will really capture the attention?
And I wanted to add right quick, like if you've never written a flash fiction, it sounds super easy, right? Knock out 1,000 words, no problem. The difficult thing I found with flash fictions and writing short fictions, you know where this is going, is cutting it down. Yep, that's exactly it. You're going to write way too much in your first draft, and you're going to have to.
That's going to happen. You want to think about, how do you showcase one scene? It's a single moment. How do you showcase a single moment and make it impactful? There was, I think, one of the best pieces of flash fiction I've seen on the stream. There were 2. One was one that was done by Jessica. Jessica did one. This was a couple months ago with an elevator scene that she actually got published, which was awesome. Cool. And then the other one, I forgot who submitted it. It was about, it was like a serial killer kind of vibe, but they were like, there's like a backyard barbecue, and you could tell they were kind of like a Dexter type vibe. And it was actually very interesting, very well done. I forgot who wrote it, but it was awesome. So those are the two pieces of flash fiction that I've seen done well. So start thinking about what it is that you would like to submit, and then know that the specific value, the prizes that you will be winning, or the prizes that you'll be receiving. So everybody who submits will be, me and Penelope will be reviewing all the submissions. Of all the submissions, we will determine the top 12 finalists based on readability, no editing errors, and based on style. How does it use character development, world building, or plot to move the story? And then spookiness. Does it have an element of horror, mystery, supernatural, or thriller? And then once you make it to the finalist, you will be sent details. You'll actually get, so for the value, you'll get a live critique. You'll get a live closed door critique with either Penelope or myself. And that's prior to the event itself. And then the winners, the top 4 winners, will win, like you said, the $20 gift cards to go buy more books. Like that's things that we all need. And then additionally, the 12 finalist stories will be read by professional guest authors. So this is going to be like, if you're chosen as a finalist, you're actually getting some incredible value for $0 submission fee. It doesn't cost anything to submit, and you're getting exponential value out of it. So it's going to be super cool, super exciting. And the submission guideline submissions will open up next Monday.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, it sounds like, just write out a little story and it'll be fine. Get to thinking about what you want to do now. And the submission closes on about a month from now. So you've got about a month. All right.
You've got about a month. You have 3 weeks to submit. If any of you have any questions, like if there's any questions, like, hey, I want to know more, something doesn't make sense, please drop a comment. Let us know over the course of the next week. I was thinking Penelope will add a frequently asked questions somewhere. I think probably in the submission
form. Oh, that's
form.
A great idea. Yeah, because we smart as we are, we couldn't think of everything. I could not use my powers of prophecy to, unravel all of the questions people might have. I am so stinking excited about this. I am so I am so pleased to be able to come into this community and put this idea out to you, and you'd be like, heck yeah, Jezebel's awesome. Let's do it. I'm so excited to do this, and to have, like, I'm excited about reading the stories. I think that given the caliber of creativity and the ideas and it
is going to be so fun. So with that being said, Penelope, I'm going to let you get going because I need to make it on to the next 2 announcements.
I'm going to go get a happy hour coffee.
Like, all right, bring me some coffee.
No. I was warned by that dude in the comment.
No, they said no Starbucks.
Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have one of those out here, so you're
like, what's that? It must not be a real town then. If there's no Starbucks or McDonald's, it's not a real town.
There's a McDonald's in the middle of a cow field, but
Ooh, get your McDonald's from the cows. All right,
see you guys
later.
Bye.
All right, beautiful. So I'm going to make the second announcement. Let's see, bear with me just a second. Okay, so announcement number 2, and that is actually an announcement for this week. So for those of you who have seen, I guess it'd probably be helpful if I showed the schedule. So I'll bring my schedule up for the week. So because we're actually, this weekend, we are trying a brand new live stream format. So this Saturday, brand new live stream format. And I was like, is that the one that I want? Actually, we'll go to the YouTube page. Okay. So this Saturday, this week, brand new live stream format. Let me post this up. Perfect. All right. Awesome. So here we go. So this is the schedule for this week if you haven't seen it already. Obviously during the week, I'm going to start holding Mondays for our updates. For those of you who actually want to join in some writing and getting writing done, I'm going to be joining Holly on her writing sprint live stream, about 27 minutes. So I'll be hopping straight over there next. Obviously, we have our Wednesday writers group. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing a brand new live stream called the First Page Promise. And let me pull up the form. All right, so for the first page, and pull up the preview. All right, awesome. So essentially what this is this is going to be a live stream where we're focused on the first page of your books. This is a submission form for you to be able to get live reading, feedback, and an edit on the first page. We're going to be exploring why is the first page so important. Those of you who've been with me in the critique shows, you know how I talk about how like first impressions are so valid. And if a potential reader out of the millions of book options out there, let me phrase this, if out of the millions of book options out there, if a potential reader likes the cover design and they go from the cover design to then try out the blurb and they like the blurb enough to give a book a shot, what if the first page sucks? You chance reading them when you had so much progress, two wins, which is hard to achieve when there are so many options. So the first page is so important, which is why I call this the first page promise. This is your promise to the reader that you're going to be delivering on not just a great reading experience, but you'll be creating expectations for them that they can trust you, that their time is not going to be wasted. I'm sure any of you who've read books before, one of the most disappointing things is to have there's a cool cover, interesting blurb, and then to start reading the book and it's full of grammar errors or the opening just doesn't make sense. And that can be so frustrating. So on Saturday's stream, we're going to be hopping into the first page. I've set up a submission link so that way you can submit the first page of your stories and it will be super cool. This kind of goes a little bit into it. And the link to submit is down in the YouTube description. And I will also drop it here in the comments. So first page submission. Perfect. So there's the submission link for you to start submitting for the first page live stream this Saturday. So definitely submit. It's going to be a great experience. And like some of our previous ones, what we'll do is I'll be exploring some very successful first pages, why they work. And then we'll also be doing the reviews and critiques for the first pages that are submitted. And we'll chat more about what makes a first page. And it will be a great conversation. All right, beautiful. So that is Saturday's stream, and I'm super excited. Let's see. Beautiful. By the way, Nil, thanks for hopping in this stream. Welcome. We are having quite some fun announcements today. So we announced the Flash Fiction Contest. We'll have more next Monday, but start thinking about what you would like to write. It's only 1,000 words. It's not a big word commitment. You could literally do 1,000 words. I mean, as you'll see, I'm about to have our favorite chat Soul here, and Soul always hits that 1,000 word mark in like a 20-minute stream. So awesome. And actually, Soul, let me bring you onto the chat, onto the stream. I see you here now. Awesome.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, Soul? I knew I couldn't help mentioning word counts without mentioning our favorite chat. So I'm like, the Flash Fiction Contest is literally 1,000 words. And I'm like, you usually do that in like a 20-minute writing sprint.
Pretty much.
Awesome. I don't know if you heard, I had Penelope on the stream for a little bit and we announced the Flash Fiction Contest.
I heard something about that. I'm going to rewatch the stream later. So
it'll be super cool. Next in October, we're going to be hosting we're calling it the Freaky Friday Flash Fiction Contest. So
sounds pretty
cool.
fun.
It'll be cool. I haven't done too much Flash fiction myself. I haven't written too much Flash fiction. I've read a lot, but I'm really curious because this community is so creative. I'm curious to see what types of stories we get. Plus,
I
we're
think
putting
of
out
flash
prizes.
fiction a few months ago for school, and man, that thing was fun.
Plus, we're also putting up prizes. So it costs $0 to submit, and everyone gets at least a $20 gift card who wins the competition.
Sounds
So it'll
awesome.
be super, super cool. And then I also talked about this Saturday, I'm doing the first page live stream. So we're going to be diving into first pages of books.
Yep, just caught that announcement.
That'll be super awesome. But I want to say thank you for joining me, Soul. I really appreciate it. I recognize, I know you're in transition, you're transitioning. It looks like driving over here. So thank you for joining me. And I wanted to make our third major announcement of the stream because this is actually super exciting as well. So we're still putting together some of the logistics of it, but as for those of you who've been here, you know, I've been talking about it very, very briefly in what I wanted to do. I think we finally have a very good duo here.
I don't
care. And I knew that Soul was literally the perfect person, the perfect writer to partner with on this because we both have a passion for this type of writing. So what we're going to be doing is we will be doing a series of live events for NaNoWriMo. And we're going to be doing a choose your own adventure type series that you, the community, can be involved in. Anybody who is involved in helping us and working together to create this choose your own adventure throughout the month of November will also get the published author credits when we submit it to NaNoWriMo. So that's super cool. So do you want to talk about any of it, or is there anything that you want to mention?
Well, I'll say this. We've been looking at a few different programs. Right now, it seems like we've been trying to decide between Inkwriter, and RenPy. RenPy is more for visual novels. Inkle is definitely more text-based. There's a couple other programs we've kind of tossed out there, but those seem to be the two main ones.
Oh, maybe might have lost Soul with the connection.
Yeah.
There you go. You're back. Possibly. All right. So it looks like while Soul's figuring out the connection,
and I forgot I have the door locked. Sorry, hon.
back up, Soul.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, no. But with I own a game company that it's going to specialize in choose your own adventure games, or at least it's going to be one of our specialties. So, yeah. No, I'm definitely going to be eager to help with this.
Yes. And I really wanted to do something for the WriteNow community for NaNoWriMo specifically. So the way that we're going to frame this is this will be done over a series of 4 live streams. So this will be 4 live streams throughout the month of November, which of course is National Writers Month, which will be super exciting. The format will probably be formatting it a little similarly to how we went about the process when we developed the Hermes the Cat story about 3 months ago, the world of Hermes the Cat. For those of you who remember, our cat, our feline friend who ran out of lives and was trapped in purgatory and had to travel and had to get to the 9 levels of purgatory to hopefully return to life. So that was the story we were developing 3 months ago. Now, for this event itself, we're still developing. We haven't figured out the name of it yet. So we haven't figured out what we want to call this stream yet because it's so new and because we're still developing it. And we also haven't figured out what story we're going to do yet. I thought about like, okay, we could potentially do we could do Hermes the Cat, or we could do something else, maybe something that the community might be more passionate about. But this is something that we want your help with, because I want this to really be a community created story, because I had so much fun. I had so much fun creating Hermes the Cat with all y'all about 3 months ago. And I love choose your own adventure type stories. So I think we can make this super easy. We'll do this over a course of 4 live streams in November, and we'll reveal more of like the logistics of how it's going to work out once we get into October. Right now, we're still developing the idea, but because it's still so early, we wanted to include you in the development process. So, one question for you. What should we call this NaNoWriMo, this Right Now community live stream? We still haven't figured out what to call it yet. We'd love your feedback. If there are any names you think would work well, you guys know, like you've seen the types of titles that I call the previous live streams. If there's something that speaks to you, drop a comment. Or if something comes to mind over the course of the next week, let us know. We'll come up with a decision on what to call it, and then we'll start thinking about what type of story we're going to be putting together. We'll be figuring out the program logistics throughout by October. So we'll be all set by November 1st. Awesome. And I think I was like, I'm trying to think if there was anything else. What do you think, Sol? Now that you got your connection back.
Let's see. We covered that few different programs. One of the community involvement. I actually haven't told you this yet, Kauffman, but I actually wasn't gonna put this under like my own name. Whenever we do this, I'm actually going to attach my company's name to it.
Perfect.
So that it won't just be the community and like me and you, it will be the community, you, and Eclipse Games. I'm going to include Eclipse Games. Be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to finally include my company into its first official writing thing to start getting it out there. And since my company is going to specialize in choose your own adventure type style games, well, yeah, it's a perfect moment.
Yeah, that chat. So that'll literally be perfect. And we can do it as like a collaboration of like Right Now and wait, what was the company's name again?
Eclipse Games or Eclipse Studios.
So we can do it as like a collaboration. Like there's many different ways to frame it, but it's basically a collaboration between Eclipse Studios and Right Now, which is awesome. I love that. And it's such a good launching place for building awareness for your studio. And we're all gonna have fun. Like this is a great. Oh, look, WTC had a great suggestion here. Reds of Destiny, Turning Points.
Gotta admit, those are some pretty cool names there.
The Threads of Destiny live stream. The only thing with it is because there's so many options out there. NaNoWriMo is when all the writing YouTubers, all the author content creators are going in full force with live streaming. That's probably the 1 month of the year where there will also be other writing streamers active daily. Knowing that whatever title we do has to be clear on what it is. I like Threads of Destiny. It's actually really interesting, but the value proposition has to be 100% clear because we're going to be having a very high competition. And I want to bring as much creativity and writers to this event as possible. Ooh, WTC Shattered Realms, a story of choices.
Ooh, okay, now I gotta admit, I love that.
That's good. That's good. Keep the ideas coming. Keep them coming, my friends. I'll probably be chatting about it on and off all week, and we'll vote on it next Monday. So we'll vote on the name next Monday. So far WTC, I'm liking Shattered Realms. That's a story of choice. I like that. I really like that. How about you, Sol?
Yeah, I got to admit, I think it's going to be pretty hard to choose between that and just about anything else at this point.
It's a problem. You always get one really good one, and then you keep coming up with other ones. But our community is super creative. So I actually feel very confident we're probably going to get some really interesting names this week. I'll probably be talking about all these events coming up throughout the week. So yeah, it's super exciting. And I know ML, you said sounds like October and November are going to be fun. December will as well. The rest of the year, we're going to be hosting a live event, a major event every month. October is going to be the fiction contest. November will be our NaNoWriMo Shattered Realms, a story of choices. No, we haven't decided the name yet. But it will be our Choose Your Own Adventure community-led project. And then December will be the next write-a-thon. It will be the next 6-hour write-a-thon where we're going to be joined by all of the writing brands. For any of you who've been watching the Create Right Now podcast, we're approaching 20 episodes. So we'll be bringing on a lot of guests. I framed the write-a-thon as basically a virtual writing convention, a one-day virtual writing convention that costs absolutely $0. So that'll be cool. We got a lot going on the rest of the year. Shattered Realms, A Story of Choices, A Tale in Your Hands, Paths of Fate.
Paths of Fate, I have to admit, is pretty good, but Shattered Realms still topping it for me.
I think Shattered Realms, A Story of Choices resonates with me the most out of the ones that you've suggested.
And honestly, I have to admit, Shattered Realms for myself, all of them kind of give me a kind of a fantasy adventure vibe. Shattered Realms, for some reason, it honestly makes me think more mystery, which it's a choose your own adventure game, and they do have a kind of mystery aura about them. So
yeah, I definitely really, really like that. Shattered Realms, A Story of Choices. Yeah, I think I saw you mentioned Adventures Beyond the Horizon. I think The Story of Choices is the most direct. I think about framing it as a live stream. I'm like, all right, Shattered Realms, A Story of Choices, a community-led live stream, or a community, be like a NaNoWriMo, build a story as a community build a story, develop a story as a community. The words will come to us.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Awesome. So I think that was really cool. Once again, keep bringing in the names throughout the week if any ideas come to y'all, and we'll vote next Monday on our NaNoWriMo event, and then start broadcasting and advertising and making the decisions in October. ML. All right, this is what we're going to call it. Build a bear. Our story is going to be a bear. All right, awesome. And let's see. So I think that is what I have for today. Thank you all for coming and joining me. So I think that's everything on my mind for this NaNoWriMo event.
Yeah. If there's anything else, just let me know, and I'll probably be somewhere watching at some point this week. And me, I'll be here on Wednesday. So
yes, Wednesday will be our writers group. Those of you know that I'll be back tomorrow for a casual Right Now Kauffman Writes writing episode where I'm going to finish the map. I'm going to finish the dang map. I'm almost like going to finish that dang map. I've been in prep mode for like a month. So yeah, I'm ready to start the second draft because I'm definitely starting that draft this month, or I'm starting that draft this week. So I can publish the book when I want to. Yeah, that's what I got. And for those of you who want to come do some writing sprints, I'm actually going to go join Holly Davis over on her YouTube channel, Write with Holly Davis, or Write Holly Davis. It'll be broadcast to this channel. So the format's going to be a little different since I'll be on her stream. But yeah, we'll be going live in about 10 minutes. And with that, I need to wrap up the stream. Yeah. I'm going to tie off the stream so I can hop over. But Sol, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm glad I was able to tonight.
Awesome. Thank you all for joining. Once again, if you want to be alerted to all the things, where is it? Follow and subscribe. 39 more subscribers to go. And 39 subscribers, I'll launch the Discord channel for the
nice.
39. I feel confident we'll have Discord by NaNoWriMo. I feel very confident.
I'd be shocked if we didn't by the end of this month.
Well, we might be really close. We got about 2 weeks left. Man, if we can hit 500 by October, that'd be so awesome. That'd be so sweet. I think it's going to be like a week into October, but we'll see. So share the channel, share it with your friends, find a writer, get them to tap that subscribe button, and let's get the Discord up so we can have conversations that go outside of the live stream for writing nonsense, help with our stories, and whatever miscellaneous writing craziness we want to talk about. All right, beautiful, my friends. And that is all that I got for you today. I am not going to do the canned ending, but I appreciate you. Come join me over on Holly's live stream in about 8 minutes. All right, my friends, take care. And 500 by Courtney's birthday. Yes. Corey, that Courtney's birthday present, 500 for me. For us, no, because the Discord channel would be super cool. Awesome. All right, my friends, thank you. And hopefully I'll see you again in a little bit.
No.